What's really good, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be reorganizing and decluttering my everyday makeup essentials for spring. I don't know if it's just me, but anytime a new season rolls around, I love to kind of swap out my everyday makeup essentials for products that are really gonna help elevate my makeup routine and kind of switch things up a little bit. And you can do that however you want. For me personally, I will switch out lip colors, cheek colors, sometimes eye palettes and overall base products, but I will kind of keep my core products in there because I know what works for me and I don't really want to change things up too much because I feel like over the years, I've really locked down a system and products that I know work for me every single time. So let's go ahead and get into my makeup bag because right now it is exploding. It's definitely seen better days. I know you guys want to see what I have in here, what I'm taking out, what I'm replacing, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it.
One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. And much your lover who don't use.
So I think one of the first things I want to do is I want to open up the bag and just kind of take a peek at everything that's in here. I do have a ton of different products in here from Dior. I have some stuff from Juvia's Place. I also have some stuff here from Patrick Ta. So let's go ahead and just dive into it. Let's dissect everything. I think the first thing I have to do though is I have to take everything out of this bag just so that way I can get a clear view of what I want to keep in here and what I don't want to keep. So let's go ahead and declutter. I'm gonna kick it off with primer. I wanna go in the order in which I would do my makeup. So a primer I know is gonna stay in this bag is the Refi Glow and Sculpt Face Primer. I really like this. Think Jade Roller and Face Primer all in one. I know it sounds like a gimmick, but this really is a great product. You definitely have to kind of squeeze it a little bit to get a little bit of the primer out, and then you just kind of roll it on the skin, but it definitely gives you like a really beautiful luminous feel. I love the way that my makeup applies on top of this, so this definitely is a primer that is going to stay in my makeup bag for spring. So another primer I'm most definitely gonna keep in this bag is a newer launch. This one here is by the brand One Size. This is the new Secure the Sweat Dry Till Dawn Face Primer. If you missed my little mini review, I'm gonna link it right up here in the cards. I don't wanna repeat myself. The only thing I will say is that there is a huge learning curve with this. Once you lock it down though, this really helps to extend the wear of your makeup. I am a Florida girl through and through, so anything that really is going to help keep my makeup on and in place, I'm all about it. So this is definitely gonna stay in my makeup bag. The only thing I will say is that the packaging really does suck. They really need to work on it. Once you unscrew the cap here, it just kind of oozes out. You get all of that primer sitting there at the top and in the cap. It's just not the best. And I definitely feel like it's something that they need to work on. But other than that, the product itself is golden. Surprisingly enough, I do have some other primers here that aren't gonna make the cut, which is the Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer. There's nothing wrong with this one. You guys know it's a tried and true favorite. I just wanna try some other things. And another one that I'm just not really the biggest fan of is this one here by the brand One Size. This is the Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I feel like anything I put on top of this just looks very dry and cakey. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. So I'm gonna continue testing it, but it's just not gonna go in my everyday makeup bag. So let's go ahead and get into base products. I'm for sure gonna keep the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Nude Glow Medium Coverage Skin Tint. I definitely feel like that was a mouthful, but this one is very good. I really love the way it looks on my skin. I feel like it is the perfect product to wear during the spring and summer months, just because it does have a little bit of SPF in it. So it really is going to help protect the skin from the UVA and UVB rays, but it's going to also give you coverage and give you such a beautiful lit from within glow. I'm also gonna toss in this foundation here by Saint Laurent. This is the All Hours foundation. It's a luminous matte formula that looks so incredible on the skin. It gives you full on coverage, but it never looks heavy or cakey. It is a foundation I have on my skin right now. It does come in more of a frosted glass, and you guys know anything Saint Laurent, it's just very high end and just very luxe. I do wear the shade MN1 in case you guys are my shade twin. A foundation that unfortunately is not gonna make the cut is this one here by Giorgio Armani. This is the Luminous Silk Foundation. It's a tried and true favorite. I love it. This one is in the shade 4.5. It is not my self tan shade, and I know going into spring and summer, I am gonna be a little bit more tan, so unfortunately this one is not gonna make the cut. I may put in a deeper shade later, but for now, I think I'm just gonna stick to the All Hours and the CC Plus Nude Glow by IT Cosmetics. When it comes to concealer, there are two options that I'm most definitely gonna keep in the bag. The number one option is this one here by Dior. This is the Dior Forever Skin Crack Concealer. It is a tried and true favorite of mine. I've been using it for years and years and years. The shade I have here is 1.5N in case you guys were curious. And another one that I'm definitely gonna keep in here is the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I like to use this on my very minimal no makeup days. It's very pretty underneath the eyes, and it really just gets the job done. I definitely will say my top favorite, of course, is the Dior one, but I also like this one, so they're both gonna stay. So I did have a couple of bronzing products just kind of piled up in the bag. So let's go through them and figure out what's gonna stay and what's gonna go. So this one here is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Bronzer in the shade Medium. This is such a tried and true favorite. I really wanna keep it in for that reason. I've hit pan on it. It's such a good foolproof bronzer, but for that reason, because I know I love it and because I need to make room for other items that I also like, I'm gonna actually take this one out. I also have these two products here by Dior. This is a brand new limited edition summer collection bronzer. The only thing that's changed about it is the overall packaging. Overall, it is really pretty. It's really nice. It definitely is more of a neutral bronzer, so it's not too cool, it's not too warm, but it's not enough for me to keep it in my everyday makeup bag. It is a really nice product. This one here as well, this one's really good, but again, it's not one of those products that I want to keep in my everyday makeup bag, just for the simple fact the contours on this are very, very cool tones. So sometimes when I'm done doing my makeup, I borderline look ashy or dead. So for that reason, this one is not staying. A product I'm for sure gonna keep in here though is this one here by Patrick Ta. You guys saw I did pick this up during the Sephora sale. This is the cream contour and powder bronzing duo in the shade She Sculpted. I really, really like this. When you flip this up, you have that cream contour, which is more of a cooler cream contour, but on the flip side of that, you do have the bronzing powder, which pulls a little bit warm. So you get the best of both worlds with this product, and for that reason, it's gonna stay in my makeup bag. So I'd actually be lying if I said I wasn't the slightest bit embarrassed, because why do I have so many pink blushes in my makeup bag? Like, ask me why. I have no answers. I definitely want to look a little bit closer at these blushes to figure out which one I am going to keep in my makeup bag. I feel like if I look really close, these two together are just literally a dupe for this one here by Juvia's Place. I love that the Patrick Ta one comes with a cream blush, so I kind of get the best of both worlds, but this one's very much affordable. I love the overall pigmentation to it. I also love that it has like this really pretty bubblegum pink to it. I've really been into this shade, especially for like spring and summer, so for that reason, I'm not gonna keep the Dior in my bag, even though it's gorgeous. I'm not gonna keep Patrick Ta. The one I'm actually gonna go with is this one right here by Juvia's Place. So the Blush Chronicles continue. I also have these cream formulas in my bag as well. These are the Matte Beauty Blush Wands. Out of the three that I have in here, I think the only one I'm gonna keep is this one right here. These are the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wands. This one is in the shade Dream Pop, and it's so pretty swatch. I feel like if you are going for that cold girl makeup look, this is the blush that you would want to reach for. It blends out beautifully, and I feel like it is a lot different than this blush here by Juvia's Place. I just feel like I'm kind of getting like the best of both worlds. So I'm gonna keep this one. I'm also gonna keep this one, but not only that, I'm also gonna keep this one here by Say. You guys, I'm obsessed with this formula. It's definitely more of a foolproof formula that works every single time. If you are a beginner in makeup, definitely check this one out. It gives you a really pretty luminous feel, but more times than not, I will actually use this and then I'll use a powder directly over top. Let me actually swatch this for you because it really is so pretty on the skin. You get that really nice fat, thick wand, but it's just like the perfect muted pink, and it blends so good. Like, Definitely check out the Say Beauty blushes because they are so good. So let's go ahead and get into powders because I have way too many in my bag at this point. One powder I am for sure going to be keeping in my makeup bag is this one here by Laura Mercier. This is the Ultra Blurring Loose Setting Powder. It's talc free. And one thing I did find out about this powder is that it is infused with hyaluronic acid. So it is more of a hydrating loose powder for underneath the eyes. Whenever I put this on, my under eye area looks so incredibly smooth. This one definitely is more superior than the original version, so get this one. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. So for the past couple weeks, I've definitely been battling it out whenever it comes to a pressed powder. I have the Dior No Powder powder in my bag, but I will say I'm not the biggest fan of it. I feel like I really have to like dig my brush into this product to even get like the slightest bit of powder up. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I have to try a little bit too hard to get up the powder. So for that reason, this one is not gonna stay in my bag. The other one I've been battling it out with is the Kosas Cloud Set. I already know I love this, but I wanted to try something new, but this one for sure is gonna be the winner. This is so fine. You just take your finger across it. You can definitely see the powder is just very thin in consistency. It's very lightweight on the skin. It's really meant to set everything down and in place without adding additional coverage. If you guys were curious, the shade I do have is Cushiony. I feel like Comfy is my perfect shade, but for right now I am using Cushiony. If you have not tried this, what are you waiting for? It's so good. It is literally everything and more. So sorry, baby. I can't believe I tried to replace you. Believe it or not, I've been going back and forth between two brightening powders for underneath the eyes, the Jaclyn Cosmetics brightening palette and also the Charlotte Tilbury one. Ultimately, I am gonna keep this one here by Charlotte Tilbury. I've definitely hit pan on it. I really like this. I feel like it looks very light in the pan, but it adds a subtle amount of brightness underneath my eyes without making it look like I have dark circles. The one by Jaclyn Cosmetics really just did not hit for me. Whenever I would put this underneath my eyes and look in the mirror, it literally looked like I got punched in the eyes. I feel like it really just accentuated all of my dark circles and it's just not for me. Tower 28 mascara, but what's new? It gives me length and volume all at the same time. I also am like really obsessed with the wand. It definitely has more of like a curved wand to it. So it really hugs and grips every single lash. If you guys have not tried this one, I just wanna know, what are you waiting for? Because it's superior. So for lip oils, I have two lip oils here. I have the Lip Glow Oil by Dior. This one is in the shade Rosewood. You guys, I actually lost this in one of my purses a while back and I tried to put it on earlier today and it just tastes so disgusting and like chemically. So for that reason, this is just gonna go in the trash. I really love the formula though, and the color is really pretty too, in case you guys just like wanna pick it up. It's really expensive though. I do like this one here by the brand Gisou. This is the Honey Infused Lip Oil. It doesn't really have much color to it, so you're really just going for the lip oil. I guess it does have more of like a yellow tint to it, but that doesn't really show up on the lips. It's very hydrating. I really like it, and because it doesn't have much color to it, I really just like to apply this right before I do my makeup, so I'm gonna keep this one in my bag. For eye toppers, I have two. Do not make me choose because they're pretty much the same thing. Let me be real. This one here is by Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Crystal Reflector. I really love this. This definitely is something that I've been wearing day to day. It has more of a bronze, I guess, shadow to it, but it looks most pretty and just like intense when you wear it at night. You can definitely see it gives off that really pretty, just kind of wet and dewy look. It has fine pearls in it that really catch the light beautifully. And I will say, when you wear this at night, it looks insanely beautiful. Like, look at that. Crazy good. I've been wearing this day to day and it's definitely one of my favorite products. I do have the shade Bronzite in case you guys were curious. The other one is the Moon Dust Eyeshadow by Urban Decay. I am obsessed with this one. Again, very similar to the one by Makeup by Mario. It just leans a little bit more champagne, but they both catch the light beautifully. They're insane. I definitely recommend checking these out. Let's get into some eyeshadow palettes. I definitely feel like I can be really picky whenever it comes to eyeshadow. So the first one probably is gonna come to no surprise. This is the Make by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. I really like this one. When you open it up, you do have like a full-size mirror. I definitely hit pan on this one, but I love the versatility of this palette. I feel like the mattes, they never get patchy. I like to use this dark brown one as a brow powder. This one here is an eyeliner. Sometimes I'll even use the black as an eyeliner. all in all, these blend beautifully onto the eyes. So if you are looking for a really good all matte eyeshadow palette, I feel like you could never go wrong with this. Plus, I feel like very soft glam looks with just like an eye topper or something like that is perfect for spring. So this one's gonna stay in my makeup bag. I also have these two palettes here. They're both really mini palettes, and more recently, I've really just been into more mini eyeshadow palettes. I have the Dior Backstage palette. This one's really, really nice, but I just find warmer tone eyeshadows like this don't really scream spring. So for that reason, I am gonna take this one out of this bag and just swap it out with something different. This one here too, this is the Nude Medium palette by Huda Beauty. This one's really pretty. It definitely has like those pinky mauves to it. So actually, now that I look at it, I'm kind of thinking that I want to keep it in my collection. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you keep this one in your collection for spring? I'm kind of debating between this one, and I'm also debating between this one here. This is the Nudie No. 2 palette by Laura Lee Los Angeles. If you look really closely at it, there are a bunch of different really pretty shades. You have like that really pretty plum, you have that pink color, but is it similar to this palette here? Actually, now that I look at it, it is pretty similar, right? I definitely feel like this one here by Huda Beauty pulls a little bit warmer than this one here by Laura Lee Los Angeles. So even though I really love how small and compact the Huda one is, I think I'm gonna put this one here by Laura Lee Los Angeles in my makeup bag for spring. So I only have one highlight palette contender, and it is the Dior Backstage Glow Face palette in the shade 001. But this probably comes to no surprise. This is such an iconic highlight palette. You can see I definitely love them. I feel like I use these two shades the most. Sometimes I'll pop into the pink if I am wearing a pink blush, but it's so pretty, it's so natural on the skin, and it really gives such a beautiful luminous glow. This here is my little brow duo. I have the ABH Brow Freeze. If you have the e.l.f. one, it pretty much is the exact same thing, so don't even waste your money on this one. And then I also have the Kosas Brow Gel in clear. I really like the spoolie on this. I actually use it with the Brow Freeze to just laminate my brows upwards, and it works really well, so going in the bag. So I actually think it's really funny how many lip products end up getting tossed at the bottom of my makeup bag. So I'm gonna go through all of these. I definitely feel like there is kind of a trend to the lip products that I choose to lean for whenever the spring and summer roll around. So let's start out with my personal favorite formula, and it is this one here by Makeup by Mario. These are the lip plumping serums. I have the Pink Glow, and then I also have Nude Glow. These are really, really pretty. I love to pair them with lip liners. I am just gonna swatch them because they don't have much color payoff or pigment to it, but you can definitely see it gives a really pretty shine. Again, I do pair these with more of a lip liner. This one here is in the shade Nude Glow. This one has a little bit more pigment to it, but not too much. It definitely gives the lips a really nice plumping effect. So these two are staples in my makeup bag. I have to keep them in there. I feel like there is a common theme and trend whenever it comes to like spring lip products. I love that glow, I love that gloss, I love that dew. So I don't think I'm gonna reach for too many products that have more of a matte finish. I'm just putting that out there. Another one I'm going to keep in my makeup bag is this one here by Rare Beauty. This is one of the tinted lip oils. It definitely is marketed as more of like a lip oil, but I kind of feel like it is more of like a lip tint, because once the oil completely wipes off, you are left with that really pretty color, and I think this is just insanely gorgeous. Let me actually put a little bit on with the lip combo I have here so you can see. It really is so good. Like, it looks so pretty on the lips. I love the formula. I wouldn't say it is a true lip oil though, but it's really pretty. The shade I have here is Hope. Another lip product I'm gonna keep in my bag is this one here by CoverGirl. This is one of the Yummy lip glosses. I really love the smell of this. It definitely takes me back to like Juicy Lip Smackers, but these are not sticky at all. I did include this in a previous Ulta beauty haul and first impressions, and I really like it. The shade I have here is My Main Squeeze. So I know what I said about my lip options. I typically do reach for things that are a little bit more glossy during the spring and summer, but I am gonna keep 2 liquid lipsticks in my makeup bag. Reason being, my son has gotten into the habit of wanting to give kisses, so he's always like, mwah, just trying to kiss on me, and I really love it. So when I have like a lip gloss on, it's kind of hard for me to kiss him back without getting it all over his face. So I am gonna keep these 2. I do really love the overall colors. I'm gonna keep this liquid lipstick here. This one is by Kylie Cosmetics. It's in the shade 808 Kylie. It's a really pretty cool tone pink. This pairs beautifully with more of like a deeper lip liner, which I will show you guys in a minute, but I love this color. I think it's perfect for spring. I'm also gonna keep this liquid lipstick here by Laura Lee Los Angeles. This one here is in the shade Old Rose. It's a really pretty, kind of like muted beige color. It's so pretty. I love to pair this with more of like a beige lip gloss, something of that nature, and a deeper lip liner. Both are just insanely beautiful, and I think they are perfect for spring. I'm also gonna toss in 2 lip liners. This one here is by Kylie Cosmetics in the shade Kylie. I think it's funny because this Kylie and this Kylie are complete opposites of each other, but I think the colors blend beautifully together and it makes for the perfect lip combo. So I'm really excited to film a little tutorial using that little lip kit. And then I'm also gonna keep this one here, which is very, very similar to Kylie. This is the lip liner in the shade Travis, and I know you guys are gonna come for me, but I definitely feel like Travis is a lot deeper than Kylie. Travis pairs beautifully with either one of these liquid lipsticks. I feel like a lot of my lip combos definitely incorporate lip liners with these undertones. All right, so we're getting close to the end here, so let's go ahead and just speed through it. I am gonna keep this in my makeup bag. This is the Woe Glow. This is a brand new sunscreen by e.l.f. It's supposed to be a spot-on dupe for the Supergoop Glow Screen. So far, I do really like it. I will say if you apply a little bit too much, it does kind of pill up. I am gonna swatch a little bit on the back of my hand because it really just gives the skin such a beautiful glow. You guys have to check this out. If you see it in Target, definitely snag it up. Let's talk about eye primer because I do really like this one from Rare Beauty. I love the overall packaging, but not only that, the formula is really good too. I'm gonna swatch a little bit on the back of my hand and you can see how easily this buffs and blends out into the skin, just very nice and seamless. I like to use this on my very minimal, no makeup days, but even on days where I really wanna pile on eyeshadow. For lash glue, I always have to keep one dark and one light. This light one is by House of Lashes and the darker one is by Kiss. Both are really good. It really just depends on what I'm going for though. For eyeliners, what can I say? I really am a stan for Makeup by Mario. I like the felt tip eyeliner here. This is more of a liquid eyeliner. It has a really nice fine tip to it, so I could really create a very thin line, or I can press down and I can create a very thick line. What I like about it though is that it doesn't settle into any of my fine lines. Really, I just use this in like the very inner corner just to kind of connect my eyeliner together, because more times than not, I do really like to go in with a crayon eyeliner, and I do really love the crayon eyeliners from Makeup by Mario. I have the Perfect Brown. This is more of a dual-ended eyeliner. You have a smudger brush on one end, and on the other end, you have the crayon eyeliner. Again, this one is in the shade the Perfect Brown. It really is the perfect brown. It doesn't lean too warm or too cool. And then I also have this here in black. This is also an intense black. These are just really great formulas. I feel like I have to have them in my makeup bag at all times because I never know when I'm gonna need them. I'm also gonna toss in a Makeup by Mario pencil sharpener for my lip liner and eyeliners. I always have to have some kind of lash applicator. This one is an old one by Tarte. I'm not sure if they make it anymore. And then I also have a small pair of scissors to cut my strip lashes into accent lashes. I wasn't sure if I was gonna mention these lip products, but I feel like for me personally, I always reach for a nude lip at some point in time, so I have to include these lipsticks as well. They're both by Charlotte Tilbury. This one here is in the shade Nude Kate. It's such a pretty pinky nude. Look at that. It's definitely more of a pale nude, so I definitely recommend pairing it with some kind of lip liner. The other one I'm gonna mention is in the shade Yes Honey. It definitely is a lot deeper, but it still falls in like that peachy nude category. For lashes, I don't have a fresh pair of lashes to share with you, but the Kiss lashes in the style Jubilee have my heart, so these have to go in here too. I'm also gonna toss in my mixing palette and my face mirror. What's nice about this makeup bag is that you could easily just toss it right here in the sleeve and it doesn't really interfere or get in the way. Last thing I want to mention is some kind of setting spray. I do really like this one here by Milk. This is a brand new bottle that I picked up during the sale, but I have my old bottle right here. So I'm gonna put that in the bag. I know it looks a little full actually. It's very unorganized. I just kind of threw everything in here. So with the power of editing, my makeup bag is organized. I definitely had a lot of fun sitting down and playing with makeup today, just reorganizing and refreshing my makeup. Sometimes I feel like we all need that spring refresh and reset. So this was a nice change of pace. I'm definitely feeling very inspired to just play with my makeup again. If you guys want me to do a full look using some of the products in this bag for spring, let me know down below in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel because it is completely free, and you know what I love to say on my channel. If it's free, it's for me, so if it's free, I know it's for you too. With that being said, I don't have much else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.